too intense. Hopefully you're well. Whoever happens to tune into this, I'm not expecting anybody to show up, but if you're maybe to show up, hello. If you want to hang out, that's cool. That's awesome. This is essentially going to be a shit. This is essentially going to be a collective check-in if you want, if you're interested, if you're open to it, if you're receptive. I'm gonna pull some cards, see what comes out, see what messages want to come through. Please, like usual, don't make anything fit. Please use your own discernment, assuming that you have some. If you don't, maybe you should get some. Um, so I don't know what's gonna come out. Also, sorry, I'm gonna hit the bell. Watch your ears, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's that loud because the mic isn't here. I don't think it's good. It doesn't matter. Shut up. Okay, whoever I'm talking to, whoever this is for, I feel like you might be in an energy where you're feeling very activated, you're feeling very spicy, is what I heard. The song Conceited by SZA is what I was playing before I got on here, and it feels very, very relevant. Um, I've been burning bridges I do and over again, because I'm burning on me. There could also be somebody in your life, somebody in your energy who is a little bit conceited, but I'm interpreting that to be like you believing in yourself, trusting in yourself. We have the word yes coming out twice. Yes comes out twice. Soft landing. I don't know if anybody has seen those messages, those text posts that I did, but there was an energy of like being soft, allowing yourself to be soft with yourself, be patient with yourself. Um, get on your knees and bark like you want it. That's what I heard. Let yourself want it. That's not gonna resonate with everybody. Also, oh frick, I was supposed to frick. We already got into this. I was supposed to offer a deep breath. If you want to take a deep breath, you can. Um, one, two, three. Okay. Get on your knees and bark like you want it. Oh my god. We have inner authority, misplaced loyalty, universe. Oh my god, a lot of cards came out. We have next step. You can handle this. Trust yourself. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna take all these. Yeah, misaligned energy, ulterior motives. So who I'm talking to, you could have recently been involved with somebody, or maybe multiple people. I don't know, who did not have the best intentions. Who were? I'm gonna move this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hopefully the audio is okay. You could have recently been involved with somebody or multiple somebodies who are not that great of characters. And we're not judging. You know, everybody does what they do for the reasons that they do it. But there's an energy of misalignment, misplaced loyalty. Misplaced loyalty came out in reverse. Um, I don't know why it came out in reverse, uh, but that's definitely a thing. So let me hit the bell. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Hello. Um, so what's going on in this reading? Whoever's receptive, whoever's open to it, whoever is aligned for this sort of energy, what's going on? Once again, the song's Conceited by SZA. Oh shit. It's a very I believe in myself sort of song. The Eight of Cups in reverse, Ten of Pentacles. Um, yeah, the Star, trust, faith, belief. There's an energy of somebody. Hmm. I'm thinking of the song "Stand Still," or what is it? "Stand Still" by Noah Cyrus. I can't think of the lyrics in this moment, but basically she's saying, when you don't know, when things are overwhelming, when you don't know which way to go, stand still, and everything will become clear. Obviously, there's nuance there, but yeah, it's a beautiful song. It's actually in my spiritual playlist. I have a spiritual playlist on one of my accounts. Um, and all the hope and joy you feel becomes paranoia. That's not familiar. Just stand still. I'm gonna look up the lyrics. It doesn't really matter, but for my own sake. But yeah, there could be an energy of somebody feeling called to kind of like sit still, meditate, allow information to come to them rather than seeking. Not turn 20, I was overcome with the thought that I might not turn 21. Death upon my doorstep. If I took just one more step, there'd be nothing left of me except these songs. And my father told me, Noah, when you don't know where you're going, just stand still. Soon enough you will. And when all the hope and joy you feel turns into paranoia, because it will, remember, just stand still. It doesn't get easier, just harder. Yes, it will. Remember, just stand still. And when all this hope, and when all the hope and joy you feel turns into paranoia, because it will. Just remember, stand still. Just stand still. Beautiful song. I used to love that song when it first came out or whatever. I used to play it on repeat because I'm obsessive. And whoever I'm talking to, you could have a little bit of an obsessive personality. Most humans do. Most of us are kind of crazy. We get obsessed with things. We get attached. You know. And one of the biggest lessons from a spiritual perspective is learning to detach, learning to love things without feeling like you need it. Oh shit. You have release. Release. Uh, release comes through. I am getting a very sexual energy coming through. For somebody, that could be sexual release, sexual healing. I don't know how that song goes, but sexual healing. I think Marvin Gaye. I don't know. Stop shrinking yourself is an energy that comes through. So there's an energy of like not minimizing yourself for the sake of others, not minimizing yourself to get what you want, knowing that you are capable of having what you want or what you need without, you know, forcing the situation, without being something you're not, etc., etc. Um, we have the three of wands here. I didn't really talk about the tarot cards that came out too much, but the three of wands is here, which in this deck it says vision. It's about the future. It's about building towards the future. Ten of Pentacles is also a similar energy. Um, building towards the future. I need water. I don't want to get up with the mic. I'll be right back. Okay, I got some water. Oh no, it's frozen. Oh shit. Oh goodness. There could be an explosion happening for somebody. Not literally explosion, but there's like an energy surge or something for somebody if that resonates. Like something could have blown up in your face or somebody else's face. Somebody could have been doing something they should not have been doing, and there's an explosion. There's some sort of kickback. Um, that's an energy. Um, and if this is you, hopefully you learn a lesson from it. Hopefully you learn not to be involved in certain situations. Because sometimes we have misaligned energy, misplaced loyalty, like you were loyal to the wrong thing, to the wrong people, to the wrong situation, whatever, whatever. Oh, and that's funny because we have Leo energy strength, which I think Leo can talk about loyalty. Hello, welcome. We're doing an energy like check-in, collective, whatever, whatever. Ace of Swords. Yeah, we have the strength, the moon, the Ace of Swords, death. Some sort of clarity, creating rebirth, creating a transformation of sorts. Um, there's a sadness coming through. Somebody could have. Wait, what's that song? I don't know what song I'm thinking of, but something about trust. Um, you could have trusted somebody. Somebody else could have trusted something or somebody, and then they realized, oh no, I can't trust this person. I can't trust this situation. Deuces. Right underneath the death is the King of Swords. Yep, change. Somebody realized something. Things had to change. Thinking of that Camila Cabello song. Something has to give, or something's gotta give. That's the name of the song. Also, the other song, "Loving You Had Consequences." No, I'm just that's a beautiful song. So many songs are coming through. I'm sorry. Um, whoever I'm talking to, you could be, if I can first speak, you could be having a increased sense of awareness, and there's like an energy of like your mouth not being matched to like the awareness. Like you know what I mean? It's like you have all this information, but you're not able to say it in a effect appropriate way. Um, so grounding is definitely a thing. I already mentioned the song "Stand Still" for those joining. I know Cyrus. When all the hope and joy you feel turns into paranoia, just stand still. When you don't know where you're going, just stand still, and soon enough you will. Um, so there's something about like allowing yourself the space to like chill. um, what is this King of Swords about? For whoever's here, whoever happens to be resonant with this, whoever's receptive. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you. Whoever's receptive to this, whoever's open. The Tower, the Ace of Cups. Oh goodness. This could be an authority figure. This could be you. Could be both. The Tower card is not all bad. It's actually not nothing's all bad. It's just our perspective that makes it seem bad. But the Tower is like a foundational issue. It's like something was built on a like a raw, like a not so good foundation, and because of that, something came along. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was something else. Maybe whatever the situation is, something came along, and yeah, this building it crumbled because it was not on a solid foundation. Once again, there's a communication thing happening. I keep tripping over my words. Um, that could be you. That could be some sort of interference. I don't know. However it resonates. Um, yeah, there's somebody with a big heart. I'm getting the energy of that Lady Gaga song. Lady Gaga. Why am I so like, um, what is it? What's that song? What's that song? I hear it. I feel it. Um, once again, there's an energy of like a mismatch between like words and information. It's from Joanne, which is a really good album, by the way. Uh, I'm gonna look it up. It doesn't matter, but I want to look it up. What is that song? Hopefully, this is helpful to somebody. Diamond Heart. That's what it is. That's the song. It doesn't matter the lyrics, but once again, somebody has a really big heart, and like somebody's learning how to navigate that, use that in an efficient way, in a helpful way. Lady Gaga, yeah, she's awesome. What is it? I'm looking at the lyrics. It doesn't really matter. I'm a I love music. I'm a songstress. Songster. Is there a male equivalent to songstress? Songster. A seamstress comes through. Taylor. Um. Okay, that did not help me. It took me to Spotify. How would you take me to Spotify? You promised me lyrics, not Spotify. Chasing the American dream, something, something, and doing whatever it takes to achieve it. Um, young wild American, looking to be something out of school, go in. For 100 or 2, some asshole broke me in, wrecked all my innocence. I'll just keep going, and this dance is on you. Ooh, period. Love that. I might not be flawless, but you know I got a diamond heart. I might not be flawless, but you know I got it. Okay, it just repeats. Um, I've never actually looked at the lyrics of the song, but I love this song. Anyways, yeah, so that's an energy. Somebody's chasing a dream, chasing a thing with a big heart, and needing to boundaries once again is a thing. Like having solid boundaries, knowing that yes, you might have a big heart, you might care for people, but that doesn't always mean you need to act on it. Doesn't always mean you need to move towards it. Sometimes it's just a feeling. Um, I talked about in the last reading, uh, like the creative energy. Like I think and this is a personal belief. You don't have to believe in this, but I believe that we are natural creators. We're meant to create, whether it's a family, whether it's art, whether it's whatever. We're meant to create in the world. And when we don't do that, it creates sadness, depression, stagnancy. And so there's an energy of like turning X into Z, what? Turning one thing into another, alchemizing, turning that pain into, you know, for somebody. I mean, I think that once again, I think that's a universal message. But if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Whatever. But that's the thing that's coming through. Yeah, there's a very strong interfering energy in this, uh, which makes me really upset. Like, there's an energy of somebody wanting you to not be in that energy, to not create, to just only create for them. It's giving a Tangled when the mother like locked the girl up in the tower. Ugh. We have Judgment, we have Four of Pentacles, and the Prince of Wands. Yeah, there's a nasty energy layer. Of somebody wanting once again for you to kind of be locked away, to like only do for them. Such a We started this kind of with the SZA song. What is it? Frick, I'm drawing a blank. That SZA song. What is it? What is it? Frick. Starts with a C. Um, Conceited. And I was reading it as like believing in yourself, trusting in your own path, whatever, whatever. But the flip side of that is somebody else kind of being conceited and feeling like you owe them something or another. Um, and however that resonates, like I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you are taking your power back. You are kind of getting into the energy of like, no, this is my life. I do what I want. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm sorry that I can't be everything you need, but this is my life. I do what I need. I do what I want. Um, it's a very liberating energy, but it's also very very heavy, very scary at times. The Judgment would talk about. I'm getting the Moana energy. I know. Like having some sort of calling, if you will, feeling called, feeling guided. I've been standing at the edge of this island for as long as I don't remember the lyrics, but um, I'm only looking it up because I want to know, but if it's relevant, then awesome. Moana lyrics. How far I'll go. That's the song. Four of Pentacles, stability, sustainability is a word that comes through. Like, everybody likes to be all gung ho and passionate and like, oh my god, I'm gonna do this, but like you also need a system. You need to like have some sort of structure. Like you can't build an empire off of like fruit snacks and Monster energy drinks. You can try. We'll see how far you go, but like making sure that you're taking care of yourself in different ways, getting rest. I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try. I fucked up the melody, but you get the point. If this is for you, if this is resonating, yeah, there's a really emotional energy there. I feel it. It's like release is one of the cards that came out. Releasing, feeling what needs to be felt, so that you can feel better. I mean, that's the unfortunate thing I think about being human. We have all these feelings, all these emotions, and like sometimes I think we're kind of conditioned to believe, like, let me shove this down, let me numb it out, let me ignore this, but like the proper way to do it is to like let it flow, like feel it to its capacity and let it go. You know, um, I had a really nice cry the other day. I woke up and I like I think I don't know what I was. I don't know what I did before that, but I think I was like I prayed or something. I don't remember what happened, but like I woke up and then like not too long after I like cried really intensely. It felt so freaking good. Like sometimes you just gotta let yourself feel it, and it's not always gonna be pleasant. It's usually not pleasant until you get used to doing it. Feeling the feelings. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know, where I cannot go, where I long to be. Yeah, there's like this conflicted energy of like I know I should be doing that, but there's like a wall, so there's a barrier, but you'll get there if you keep believing in yourself, if you keep feeling what you need to feel, feel and all that stuff. This is a very emotional journey, I feel like, for somebody. Not everybody, but you know, whoever this is resonating for, there's a very emotional aspect to this journey. I guess the water represents emotions. So, you know, I'm gonna pull from the Soul's Journey deck, see what comes out in there. Since I was talking about the soul, I guess. Forever's here. What do we need to hear? A good cry. Oh my god, you just made me think of a Noah Cyrus song. I've been drinking this place dry for days. The man across the bar taught me his ways. Um, they tried to send me home, but I can't be alone. We have health coming through. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. This could be physical health. It could also be emotional health, spiritual health. You know, tending to the different aspects of ourselves. We have discipline. Whoever's here, what's going on? What do we need to? What do we need to know? What do we need to hear? Perseverance. A lot of purple coming through. Purple represents third eye, intuition. Um, there's an energy of sharing your story, sharing your testimony, sharing what you've been through to help somebody else. Um, when I went to rehab recently, like there was one thing that was really powerful for me that really resonated for me, where they said, and I, they were talking about sobriety specifically. It doesn't have to resonate for you in terms of sobriety, but that's what the context was. They were basically saying addiction is like one of the only things. No, sobriety is one of the only things that you have to like in order to keep it, you give it away. So basically, you by sharing your story is how you maintain your, you know what I mean. Once again, that doesn't necessarily have to relate to sobriety. It's you know what I mean, like whatever you've experienced, you heal and you grow by sharing that with other people. And so I'm on here, kind of, sort of. Forgiveness is also coming through. Forgiveness and grief. Sorry, communication. For somebody, there's once again, like I said already, there's a definite energy of developing communication skills. Like you have all this knowledge, you have all this wisdom, but you've never really shared it, and so it's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit rocky at first. Writing things down could be a useful thing. You know, journaling. Dear diary, today a squirrel bit me in the butt or something. I don't know. Somebody could be really funny. Maybe that's a gift that somebody has, like being really humorous, connecting with people through laughter, um, embracing that, understanding it as a gift and not just a personality trait, but like something, you know. But also remembering that sometimes other people are envious of our gifts, and you know, learning to protect and nurture said gift while also leaning into sharing it however you see fit. Whether it's with the grocery store, whether it's with the cashier at the grocery store or online or, you know, however that resonates for you, you know, sharing your gifts, sharing your talents. Because once again, in order to keep it, in order to maintain it, part of it is sharing it, allowing other people to witness it. As scary as it might be, because I feel like that is a thing, fear is a thing that's coming through very strongly. Spirit, what's going on? What do we need to hear? Also, I'm sorry if the audio is weird. I realize sometimes when I listen back to these, the audio is a little bit funky. So hopefully the message still rings true. Um, and that could be a message in itself about like interference or like static or like you know, yeah. I'm gonna pull from the Believe Your Own Magic deck, and I think I'm gonna like lean into like closing this out. Maybe if I feel like it, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows where we'll go? That's also a thing going with the flow. Somebody could be like really organized and controlling, not controlling in a bad way. I mean, perception, bad is only our perception, but there's an energy of somebody wanting to control the ship. And it's like well, there's a phrase that I like going back to the water thing. She's by the pier. Endings are inevitable. Forgive. There's an energy of like, there's a phrase that goes like, I can't control the waters, I can't control the weathers, but I can control the ship. You know what I mean? I can do my best to steer the ship, but whatever happens outside of that is outside of that. Somebody's learning that, somebody's embracing that. I think, you can't control what happens around you, but you can definitely control what you do, how you show up. Um, we have the number three coming out a lot. So if you are seeing the number three a lot, pay attention. What's going on up here? What's going on when that happens? Um, there's definitely a strong energy of letting something go or letting someone go. Release, let them go. It might be painful, it might be difficult, but it might be necessary for you to kind of, yeah, literally the ship reference. Love that. You already have all the answers. They might not be clear. You might need to take some time to decipher, but you already know what you need to do. You already know what needs to happen. Forgive yourself for not making the choice sooner. Forgive yourself for trusting the wrong people. Oh my God, I love that song. Forgive Myself by Griff. Um, it's a lot of forgiveness, and it's really exhausting. And torturing myself every day. I let them in, so surely I'm to blame. I know it. I know it ain't right, but I can't think of all the lyrics. I love that song. It's a very beautiful song. Also, I forgot the forgiveness song is here or card. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And so if you're trying to create more love or abundance in your life, you want to let go of resentment. You know, endings are inevitable. One way or another, it was going to end. And would you not rather have control over the ending? You know, the AC turned off. Yay. um, yeah, there's a really bittersweet energy here. Time for healing, not war. So you might feel a little angry about the situation. It's okay. Anger is normal, but try not to hold on to guilt too long. Like you might feel guilty about like something that you had to do or something that you did or whatever, whatever. Guilty about trusting somebody. Guilty for not trusting yourself, but it's time for healing, not war. Later we'll go to war, but right now we need to heal. We need to gather back our strength. And castle, generally, in a spiritual sense, castles represent protection, boundaries, safety. So, you know, once again, there's a very strong energy here of releasing the past, letting it be what it was, does not have to define you. You're not turning water into fire. That's not what I'm saying. But we started with the imagery of water, and now we're kind of ending on fire. Water represents emotions, fire represents passion, creation, spirit. So turning those emotions, turning those feelings into creation, energy, something of value. Sorry, there's a lot of interference. I don't know what I'm doing. um, oh, there's another song that's playing in my head. Uh, there's another song that's playing in my head. Yeah, resentment is a very, very heavy thing. Uh, lately I've been chilling. People switching up and trying to dim the light, something like that. Do it, Awa. I think that's her name. Yeah, like I do. That's the name of the song. Hold on. I think after this, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna close this out. But I do appreciate you hanging out and tuning in and sharing your thoughts. Okay, I've been chilling for a minute and I see people switching up, trying to dim my light. They start to question why I'm running around, running up and down, doing fine. Can't nobody tell me how to do it. Can't nobody tell me. Can't nobody tell me how to do it. I'm gonna love me loud, become a habit. Now I harmonize with the thoughts from my paradigm. See, all you gotta do is ask and then believe. The loving is in you. The love is in you. See, all you gotta do is kill the enemy that lies within you. That's the only thing to do. And then the next part is she's just kind of being cocky. He said he loved me. I said thank you. I love me too. I love this song. Sometimes I play this on repeat. They know I do. You know I do. He said he loved me. I said, thank you, baby. I love you too. Nobody can love me like I love me, like I do. So, self love and forgiveness for the past. It is what it is. It sucks. We can't control the past, but we can definitely influence what happens after that. So, be patient with yourself, be patient with the process. Wherever you are, it's perfectly fine. And yeah, one step at a time, one day at a time. And much love to you. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you. I'm gonna uncomfortable close up. Thank you. Hope you know that you're amazing. You're a miracle. And whatever you're going through is temporary. Keep your head up. Keep your freaking spirits high. Okay. Everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. No storm lasts forever. Okay. If you want to book a private reading, if you want to work with me one on one, check out the description down below if you want to, if you feel called to. And have a beautiful rest of your day. Love you, bye.